this one up. And the Razorbacks will put total weather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcats offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a big success.
Yeah, David, there's just no substitution for experience, right? This guy has played so many snaps. He's seen it all. No doubt they need him to play at a high level.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. They'll leave it with him. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Bearcats are marching down the field. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. 2 totally different roles. They live in different roles all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
The Bearcats are stopped, but not before getting the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They're going to go right back to him on first down. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. This is certainly one way to play great defense. Just play keep away with your offense. This drive will not end. 3rd down coming. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Big early test for both teams in this opening game of the season. It's 3rd and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arkansas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
The give to the back. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Wants to throw on second down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back.
When you're a defense, it is stop. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs. Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And the Bearcats with the 1st and 10. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Pulled down for the tackle. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Going up top on 1st down. Extending the play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. And on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll try the run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay back.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Gonna run it. It's Russell. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Bearcats will kick it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll leave it with him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. The Bearcats have this offense rolling. They'll give it to the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. The Bearcats will move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They give it to him again. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ball State looked less like a flock of Cardinals and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in Muncie, and today they found a way outside of Schumann Stadium.
Looking for space, it's Russell.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First and 10 as the clock winds. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up. The give to the tailback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
To the ground with the back. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Cincinnati! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got it set up on the outside. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires left. Pulls it in.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He's back to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They're going to throw it again. Lofts one deep down the right side. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice.
Afterburner's coming. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's now up to 104 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams and get some push.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive. It made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On second down, he'll fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away. Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Bearcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Feeling some heat. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab outside. It's Stroud. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The give to the back. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the House Roethlisberger built, Oxford, Ohio.